ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The local regatta community continuing to mourn the death of 16-year-old Cameron Williams, who died yesterday after a freak accident in Exuma where a crane snapped and threw the teen into the water under the weight of the B-class sloop, the Lady Sonia. Tonight, Reginald Smith from the Exuma Sailing Club remembers the up-and-coming sailor.
Good. He was a special talent. I don't think he knew it, but he was a special talent. He learned. I remember spending about 2 hours with him in a boat before he went up and won his championship in Nassau. We were 2 hours sailing up and down Elizabeth Harbor, just the two of us, talking about how to handle the boat and how to sail the boat. And he listened. He came off of that 2 hours a different guy. But you know, these kids grow up. And they grow up with their own ideas of what they can do. But Cameron was special to us. He won in Farmers Key, you remember that? He beat Buzzy and the top boats. He beat Whitty K. That was for us very, very exciting. We look for great things from Cameron. So this comes as a big shock and a big setback to us. It really is.
Smith also spoke about where the Exuma Sailing Club goes from here following such a tragic death.
You pick up the pieces, is what you do. And the way we can best serve Cameron is by making sure that the program goes forward. The program gave him some great years in sailing. Although he was very young, he would be out there in a sunfish. He knew how to handle that boat. He got some really true joy out of learning how to sail and being on the water. So I really think that the best way we can do this is to carry the program forward, and all of us feel that way. Today the our flag is at half mast on Termite, which he won his championship in. It's flying at half mast in the harbor. On our chat, we've let our kids know what happened and who he was, those who did not know him. And we will carry his memory with us.
A memorandum of understanding has been signed between the B3As and NACAC, officially making the Bahamas the host of the 2018 Carifta Track and Field Championships after hosting the regional meet on 7 previous occasions. NACAC President Victor Lopez believes the 242 is ready for the challenge.
We are very excited because every time the Bahamas has hosted the Carifta game has been very successful. The beautiful stadium that you have. I think people better start buying tickets now. Early. Because, you know, the firefighters will stop people coming into the stadium. And then the Carifta by itself is unique because it's just not about athletics, running, throwing, and jumping. It's about culture, heritage, and friendship and unity of all this region that brings together all our countries. We all come from different cultures, but there's one main ethnic group that we are very proud of it, and it's our African heritage, and we are very proud of that. Carifta became a cultural, social, and an attraction for tourism when John Canoe started playing and entertaining the people. So now John Canoe is part of the Carifta, all the Carifta games.
New York is looking to put the Bahamas back on the map in the sport of tennis, and it's been a long road.
There's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of struggles, but I've been able to overcome them, and I've been able to improve as not only as a player but as a person. My biggest accomplishment was this year in Barbados at the Barbados Cup. When I competed, I was a finalist in both singles and doubles. I feel I just need to work on my mental game more because my physical game has improved tremendously ever since I went to Windsor High School this year. And now I just feel that once I get my mental game together, I'll be an awesome player. 2018, my goal is to get my ITF ranking as low as in the top 100, top 50 maybe. So hopefully by say the summer, I'd be hoping to reach that goal. My schedule has been so busy now. I have morning practice 3 times a week from 6 o'clock, and then I have practice after school at 3:30 and sometimes at 2:30. My GPA this term was a 3.75, so I've been able to balance very well, and my school was very accommodating to me because it's accommodating to athletes, so I was able to travel and still get my work done at the same time.
With 2018 fast approaching, those in the local baseball community hoping for a speedy completion to the Andre Rogers National Stadium. Sports Minister, the Honourable Michael Pinto, recently gave this update.
The Cabinet has approved the funding in order to settle outstanding bills that we inherited related to that facility. We expect, as construction resumes shortly, that the fall of next year is our target. So all things being equal, we expect to be completed by the end of next year. We are already in discussions with a number of universities as well as agencies that drive events to venues such as ours, and so we fully expect that we're going to be able to populate the calendar for 2019 and beyond.
Still talking baseball, Martin Pork Burrows recently received his certification as a level 5 umpire, but he may not be finished just yet.
The next step for me to go, if I would want to go to the high level to be able to umpire in World Games or Major League, they have the umpire classes. That's some 3-4 weeks you have to go to take. And that's the real intense part of it. But this is a big step towards it because this is like 3/4 of what they're looking for.
The Providence Basketball Club's Holiday High School Basketball Tournament will come to a close tomorrow at the Donald Davis Gym. Despite who wins the championship, though, the tournament serves a much bigger purpose.
What I think it does is allow each association to see how they match up against each other. I've got to see some of the schools from the BISS, and they have some competitive teams. SAC look good, Prince will look good, QC looks okay. I think the association, like the Small Schools Association, which is very small, they get a chance to see how they match up against the bigger leagues like the BISS and the GSSA. And it all is geared to get these kids ready for the national tournament and the Hugh Campbell tournament.
Aquinas and St. John's are 2 of the teams taking part in the Providence Classic. Both are looking to make some noise once they return to the BAISS private school season in the new year.
We're going to go as far as God allows us to, honestly. We're a young team, basically some veterans coming up from junior, but we have a long way to go with respect to the work we need to do.
Sky's the limit for us, you know what I mean? If we play hard, like I try to teach them every day, like we got to play defense. Defense is key. If we get stops, then we can get out and run. You can't run unless you get the ball. We got to get stops. If we stick to our game plan and play defense first, we'll be all right. You know, we can match up with anybody.
The Commonwealth American Football League hosted a very successful youth camp at the field adjacent to the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium during the Bahamas Bowl, but the excitement doesn't stop there.
I want to invite all the kids out from grade 9 and to grade 12 out to the camp on Saturdays at 9:30 to 12 o'clock. It's a free camp. We have the equipment here. We have the blocking sledge. We have the blocking pads. We have the throw-in nets for persons who want to learn the game or learn the position of quarterback, target practice, kicking practice. After the holidays, we start off again.
The UAB Blazers not ending the 2017 season the way they wanted to after falling to Ohio in the Bahamas Bowl, but the program has made great strides after just being reinstated following a shutdown after the 2014-2015 season.
we expected because we wanted to be here, something we worked very hard for. So, I mean, we're grateful for it, but it's also something that we anticipated because we worked so hard, behind the cameras that people didn't see, and it was a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears what we did. So it's just, for us, it's a payoff. I feel like some people don't like to say this, but I feel like it's something that we deserve because we've been through a lot to get here.
This whole project basically was funded from our community, $47 million and counting, our new facility, and just, the turnout at our games. We led our conference by over 5,000 fans a game in attendance. So, I think the proof was in the pudding. I say that a lot, that they not only talked about it, they showed up, they put their own money forward for, for this program and these guys. And we got such a great community and great school that it's good for them to be showcased. And, just seeing them walking around with pride, and that's what this is all about.
A lot of people have fought for this university, for this football team to come back, and that's been like a tremendous driving force for us to go out there every day. And like the days you don't feel like working as hard, you think about, all right, somebody's made a sacrifice for us, so it's time for us to do the same thing for them. So it's never gone unnoticed. We'll never forget for the people who've marched for this team, who've done tremendous things to have this program come back. I could name drop until the sun goes down, but we don't have that much time. But like I said, they'll never go unnoticed. We're very appreciative of the Birmingham community. We have a great fan base, and we love them dearly.
And that'll do it for sports, but stay tuned. The Bahamas Night comes back after the break.